So I was just complaining about how I didn't really have a whole lot to film on right now, and it always seems like whenever I complain about things, that's when I get a blessing in disguise. And this morning at a ripe 5:30, Taylor went to use the toilet and it exploded. And this has been happening for a while, and our toilet has been leaking usually when like there's pressure that builds up in the bottom black tank, because it's a cassette toilet, and then you go to open the valve to flush it, it will shoot out the sides of the little round seal. And so that's been happening for a little while. We've been really careful, and I bought a new seal. I have the new seal right here, and I haven't replaced it because it doesn't ever sound like something I want to do, and also it hasn't been doing it because we've been really careful with it. Well, this morning I think the seal finally gave out and it exploded. But I'm really thankful that we have it on this drawer slide, because oh my god, if this was all over the trailer, I think I'd just throw the whole trailer away. So that's what I'm doing today. Is I am, number one, cleaning up the mess, and then number two, cleaning the toilet and repairing. Okay, so toilet is cleaned. I've rinsed it with hot water on the inside of the black tank, I think 5 times, and twice with a little bit of Pine Sol just to help the smell, because I'm gonna have to have the valve open the whole time. And I'm not gonna show you up close and personal what it looks like, because it's a little bit embarrassing, because it's kind of disgusting. We lived 7 months off-grid without water, so there was no possible way for us to rinse it and maintain it in the way it was supposed to. So I'm not actually upset that the porta potty has failed to seal, because it's partially due to our fault and not maintaining it properly. Our seal and the valve are a little bit worse for wear. They've got a lot of scale. There's a lot of scale on the inside of the black tank, and I've gotten now probably 80% of the scale out of it by rinsing with hot water and shaking it up and soaping it up. So hopefully that helps in the future, but it's time to replace the seal and the tools required. I will be using a large flathead screwdriver, a pair of needle nose pliers, and of course the seal. Now, I've only watched one video on how to do this. Yeah, wish me luck. There's not a whole lot of information on how to do this, and if I could record me doing this without like showing a disgusting toilet, I totally would, but I'm too vain to do that, so I will not be doing that. Okay, so the new seal is in. I actually had to install it 2 times, because the first time when I went to close the valve, it wouldn't close all the way, and that's because there was so much buildup on it, and the new seal being so fresh, it was just catching and it wouldn't close or open. So I had to pull the seal back out and re-clean that, and how I cleaned it was some spick and span and a Brillo pad, and that's probably not how you're supposed to do it, but I tried and scrubbed and I could not get the scale off. So keep in mind that the scale that we had on there is not typical, and it's literally because we just didn't maintain it as well as it should have been maintained. They're camp toilets, so they're not meant to be used full time, for one, and 2, they're meant to be flushed out and rinsed after every time you have to dump it. We probably didn't rinse it for 7 months, because we were off-grid and we didn't have reliable access to water. However, that being said, the old seal doesn't look bad, it just looks like it's covered in gunk. And I'm going to briefly show it to you. I don't think you really want to see it, but there it is, covered in a lot of scale from calcified buildup. And I think if I cleaned it really well, it could probably be reused, but the fact that these seals are only like $10 each, I'm not willing to clean a nasty seal, put it away somewhere, and use it later on down the road and have it may or may not fail. So replace the seal. It was actually super easy. It only took about 5 minutes. What took the longest was scrubbing the valve. That was a pain in the ass. And yeah, and I was looking at the vent valve, which is And I think that there's a little gasket in there too. Pretty sure that needs to be replaced as well because there's a lot of buildup on it when I looked in there. So I'm gonna have to figure out what part number that is, but I will link in the description below the part that I used to fix this one. And this is for like all the Thetford PortaPotti camping toilets, so not just the curve that I have, but also the regular ones that you could buy at Walmart. I think the part number is all the same. So I'm gonna link it down in the description below, so in case you have to do this too, no, it's super easy. Like I literally I'm just gonna like kind of describe it. So this had to be opened, and I just took the flathead screwdriver and just pried down and popped it out, and then the next one literally just pushed back in and made sure that it's sealed all the way around. I cleaned the mating surface really well, and then just made sure that it's properly seated on all sides. It really wasn't that bad. Mad respect to plumbers and other people who work on other people's toilets, because this is just our toilet, so it's just our gunk that I'm working with. I could never be a plumber. Never in a million years. Toilet's fixed. Time to move on. So it's been a full week since I have changed the seal on my toilet, and I've been waiting to do an update until I emptied it again, and it is now full. So I'm gonna go empty it, and I'm gonna show you, well, I'm not gonna show you, but I'm going to talk about if that actually fixed it. So far, so good. We haven't had any leaks in the toilet, but I gotta empty it, and it's my least favorite thing to do. And also it's raining, so I've been waiting for the rain to stop so I can actually empty it without getting soaking wet. Of course, as soon as I go to do the toilet, it starts raining. So, oh well, I'm gonna do it anyways. So here's the toilet in its current condition. As you can see, it is not leaked, no stuff. It's not leaking from the seam anywhere. So, I think we're good, but I'm gonna empty it and I'm going to flush it again, just to be on the safe side. No leakage. When it was leaking like around here, but it's got a little spot right there, but I smelled it. I know it's gross, but I smelled it and it smells like pine sol, so I think this is leftover pine sol. But yeah, there's no leakage anywhere. That's water because I flush it before I pull the top off. It's all done. I rinsed it out once. There doesn't appear to be any leaks or anything like that, so I'm just gonna put in some toilet treatment, which I forgot to do this last time, so that might help me break this scale down inside the bowl a little bit better. So I've been using this stuff lately just because I couldn't find our normal crap. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some. I don't use a whole lot. I'm assuming one of these packets is for like a huge holding tank, so I don't do. I'm gonna add some water, good amount of water, flush it all down. That is one thing that has broke, is the gauge on the freshwater tank. It stopped working one day and it hasn't worked since, so I never know how much water's in the fresh tank, but it's not like the end of the world. Also, if anybody has any recommendations on toilet treatment for cassette toilets, I am all ears. Ones that don't stink, preferably, because the ones that we've tried just don't seem to work. The TST seems to work the best, the orange stuff in the liquid form. People have recommended Happy Camper, but that made it smell so bad. This actually works pretty good with smell, but it does build up pressure in the tank. I try not to use a whole lot of it if I use it at all. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I actually ran out of storage space on my phone and I forgot to finish recording the video, but the toilet is fixed. If you didn't know, we sell stickers and other little knickknacks on our website, and actually I'm having a sticker sale right now until the end of the year of 2023, so go check that out, buy yourself a couple stickers or something else you might like. And if you haven't already, check out my new podcast, Solitude and Single Track, which is now live on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Okay, that's enough shameless advertisement for now. We'll catch you next time.